Imagine you have a great business idea, but you don't have enough money to grow it. Instead of taking a loan, you decide to invite people to become co-owners of your business. In return for their money, you give them a small piece of ownership. That piece is called a share, and this process is how companies raise capital through equity markets. At the heart of this system are stock exchanges like National Stock Exchange of India and Bombay Stock Exchange, where buying and selling of these ownership pieces happens. When a company first decides to raise money from the public, it goes through something called an initial public offering, IPO. This is the first time the company offers its shares to the public. Before this stage, the company is usually privately owned by founders, early investors, or venture capitalists. But when it wants to expand, maybe open new branches, build factories, or enter new markets, it needs large amounts of money. Instead of borrowing, it chooses to share ownership. Here's how it works in a very simple way. Suppose a company is worth 100 crore rupees, and it divides itself into 1 crore shares. Each share would be priced at 100 rupees. When people buy these shares, the money goes directly to the company. That money is called capital, and it can be used to grow the business. In return, investors now own a small part of the company. Once the IPO is complete, the shares get listed on a stock exchange, like National Stock Exchange of India. After that, people can freely buy and sell these shares among themselves. This is called the secondary market. It's important to understand that after the IPO, most buying and selling does not give money to the company. It happens between investors. The company only directly raises capital during the IPO or when it issues new shares later. Now, you might wonder, why would people give money to a company? The answer is simple. They expect the company to grow. If the company does well, its profits increase, and so does the value of its shares. Investors can then sell their shares at a higher price and make a profit. Some companies also share profits through dividends, which is like a reward for being an owner.
Companies can also raise more money later, even after the IPO. This is done through methods like follow-on public offerings, FPOs, or rights issues. In these cases, the company creates new shares and sells them again to raise additional funds. However, when new shares are issued, existing ownership gets slightly diluted because the total number of shares increases. One of the biggest advantages of raising capital through equity is that the company does not have to repay the money like a loan. There is no fixed interest burden. However, the trade-off is that the company now has to share ownership and decision-making power with shareholders. That's why companies must maintain transparency, publish financial reports, and follow strict regulations set by authorities like Securities and Exchange Board of India. Another interesting aspect is how the price of shares is decided. During an IPO, investment banks help determine a fair price based on the company's financials, growth potential, and market demand. Once listed, the share price constantly changes based on supply and demand. If more people want to buy, the price goes up. If more people want to sell, the price goes down. In simple terms, equity markets act like a bridge between companies that need money and investors who want to grow their wealth. Companies get the funds they need to expand, while investors get a chance to participate in that growth journey. But there is also risk. If the company performs poorly, its share price can fall, and investors may lose money. That's why investing is not just about buying shares. It's about understanding the business, its future, and the overall economy. So raising capital through equity markets is essentially a partnership between a company and the public. The company offers ownership, and the public provides capital. Together, they share both the rewards and the risks. It's a powerful system that fuels economic growth, innovation, and wealth creation across the world.